Well, Jerry, what a day on day one of the 2015 ACC tournament. You know, we weren't looking forward to these games when you looked at the matchups on paper, the bottom four teams in the Atlantic Coast Conference. And all we got out of the deal was a pair of one-point games that came down to shots rolling off the rim at the buzzer. Not a bad day of basketball, Jerry.
If the producer behind the tent had his way, you couldn't have drawn it up any better. You had two buzzer beaters. I think combined there were 11 lead changes inside of the last minute of the two contests. The only thing that didn't happen is the ball fall through the net at the very end. But unbelievable performances, and in a tournament, I'm calling it a tournament of transition. The league needed this. It was a great day for basketball. There was enough highlights. They'll get their share of fair play on ESPN tonight. All in all, it was an awesome day for the ACC.
So let's do a quick recap of game one. You were courtside for Boston College and Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech seemed to have that one in hand late. They had a 6-point lead, 1:51 to go, and Boston College closes out on a 9-2 run. And wow, what a finish in that one.
Well, again, all game long, it was a battle of Boston College's ability to hit the three-point shot versus Georgia Tech's bigs. Just flexed their muscles in a way I haven't seen all year long. Both Mitchell and Cook were just unstoppable down low. And when Georgia Tech, for whatever reason, as good as those two young men were playing, when they had a chance for their knockout punch, 3 straight possessions, they shot a 3. You've got two guys who are basically unstoppable. One finished with a double-double, the other went 9 and 9. And you had a chance to put the dagger out. You went 3 times long ball and came up empty. Very odd, series of plays there, and then Hanlon and company just got it done after those misses.
You noted on the game blog during the game how impressed you were with Olivier Hanlon, seeing him up close, sitting here courtside and seeing his ability to get in the lane, his speed, quickness. Talk about Hanlon.
Well, with Hanlon, and I'm going to put myself into this group in some manner, when you look at the all-ACC team, the names jump off the page at you, and then if you're a fan of your particular team, you're going, well, who's this guy and why is he better than my guy? That can't really be. Christmas, sadly, we're going to miss out on getting to see him. The young man's very impressively improved over the 4 years, but with Hanlon, I knew very little about him other than the occasional clips. What amazed me was how well he keeps his teammates in the game. He doesn't force his shots, even when his team really needs it. He's still looking to distribute, and very impressed. And again, you can't beat the seats to where you're sitting 6 feet from somebody and you see the effort that they're putting into the game.
Wake Forest then in game 2 has 3 chances in the last 6.1 seconds, down 1 to Virginia Tech to win that game. And the Wake Forest could not get the shot to fall. Dinos Minoglou missing a jumper, Devin Thomas missing a little stick back in the lane, and then Cody Miller-McIntyre missing one at the buzzer. Thomas was 22 points, 9 rebounds. Miller-McIntyre 23 points, 11 assists. So they did it all game long, just not in the last couple of seconds. Whereas Jalen Hudson, the Virginia Tech freshman, wow, what a game for him. 32 points, 10 of 18 from the field. And so Tech gets to win and advances to play another day.
Well, on that note, and then we'll post this picture up some point tomorrow, the amazing thing about seeing someone like Hudson, I just walked by him. He's out in the parking lot with what I'm sure is his parents, maybe his sister, a couple of small children. He's still in uniform. It's just that's what's the beauty of college basketball. He just set, I believe, a school record for most points by a Texter in an ACC game, and yet he's just the average guy out there visiting with the family. Great effort on his part, and again, where both teams are concerned. When you're looking at it on paper, you're going, how much do these guys have to play for? Of the 4 teams, I was probably most impressed with Georgia Tech, because I really felt like that they were done. And where Buzz was concerned, he needed a W. And he even knew to the date the last time Virginia Tech won a game in the ACC tournament. He needed this one, and his kids came out and gave him a great effort. Georgia Tech, I really thought I hate to ever use the term mail it in. I thought if one of the 4 teams today was going to mail it in, I thought it might have been Georgia Tech. Danny Manning was very elegant in the post-game press conference, handled himself incredibly well, had nothing but wonderful things to say about his young team and some of the transition they went through in basically him in rebuilding the program.
So we'll quickly think ahead to tomorrow, Wednesday here, day 2 of the tournament. We've got Virginia Tech in the nightcap with Miami, the number 6 seed. Miami needing a win and maybe a win on Thursday even to punch its ticket to the big dance in the NCAA tournament. Our other winner today, Boston College, will play the number 5 seed North Carolina, who will be without Kennedy Meeks tomorrow. So that game could be a little more interesting than you would have projected maybe going into this tournament for North Carolina, a team a lot of us think can make a run all the way, maybe Saturday, all the way to Saturday perhaps. And then the other games include Clemson, Florida State, and then NC State playing Pitt in another game where both those teams actually, that 7 o'clock game tomorrow night, those two teams both need wins. So we'll have, of course, recaps. You already have a good bit of information on AugustaFreePress.com from today's games. We'll have a little bit more coming up tonight. And then tomorrow, wow, 4 games, Jerry. We have to pace ourselves here. We were kind of wearing down here with 2 on Tuesday. But we have 4 games tomorrow, fraught with possibilities, a lot on the line for all 8 teams playing here tomorrow. And we're not even close to being done with this one, even after that. So for Jerry Carter, I'm Chris Graham. Thank you for watching, and check us out, AugustaFreePress.com, for all of your 2015 ACC tournament coverage. I want to give a quick shout out and thanks to Swan Construction and also to Allen and Carlisle PC for helping make our coverage possible. Many, many thanks to them. Back home, Crystal Graham manning the desk for us at the Waynesboro office of Augusta Free Press. Thanks to everybody back home. We'll be back with you here from courtside tomorrow from the ACC tournament.